Tune into the Shah Parali Law Show every Thursday at 10 a.m. and every Friday at 12 p.m. right here on Desi 1170 AM, radio that listens to you.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Parali for the Shah Parali Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Parali Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, sastakar, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Parali for a live law show before Christmas, and today is December 21st, 2017, Thursday, and we are live, and we'll be discussing about many major issues that we are expecting, some major changes we're expecting for next year. And of course the main one is H4 EAD. But before I start, I wanted to thank Franco for being here and reminding me the timing, etc. And I really appreciate all the listeners. We will be taking the course actually in 5 minutes at 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And also, anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Well, the big question of today, of course, is the H4 EAD. A lot of people are really getting worried and scared. What's happening? Well, it's coming. Unfortunately, they will be taking away the H4 EAD, it seems, unless we are very, very lucky or we are able to some God intervention or some lawsuit that will work. It will be going away. But they have already put it on the unified agenda, and I'm going to post the link on my website later at attorneyonair.com. And also, I did a YouTube video a couple of days ago stating kind of little bit calculating the timing. But as you know, when we got the H4 EAD, those who have followed me for years now, we went through the OMB board, the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, and Office and Management Budget, and the OMB basically what it does, it allows a proposition under executive order to pass. And that's what was done for the H4 EAD. And ultimately now, in order to reverse it, the same process in reverse has to be done. But it seems like the government has already published it, and now it's there. It's proposed actually, and the idea is basically that this is proposing to remove this from its regulation. DHS is proposing, if you read what is written there, DHS is proposing to remove from its regulation certain H4 spouses of H1B as a class of aliens eligible for employment. So basically now they're starting the process, and it's a proposed rule stage now. Okay, remember the way it works. First it's proposed rule stage, then there will be comments, then there will be assessment. By the time all this is done, we are looking at least probably 6 to 8 months. Well, I might be wrong, but because they can do it faster. But right now, they seem to be happy with their tax win. So we're hoping that this will kind of help a little bit. But let's see what happens in the next 6 months. But they also put in there that there will be they recognize that there's discretionary authority to allow certain employment. That's what we have to really kind of look into, because their argument is that under the Buy American and Hire American is that this is going to really kind of has been blocking people from getting jobs, etc. And we don't agree with that, because I doubt people on H4 EAD is taking jobs of people, because most of those are not really jobs that American citizens are doing, or most of them are entrepreneurs creating jobs actually. So those arguments. One thing can be done is when the comment starts on this, people who are against that removal should write their views on there. Be careful what you write though. Because it will be open to comments soon. So keep following up. I'll put a link on it, and I will follow. Hopefully, we will be following this very closely, and we will let you know. But until then, we know that this is going to be it's not going to be ultimately. We knew this. It will be reversed. But what our hope is for those who already have it, they will be able to keep it, and the new ones, unfortunately, they might not get it if they fall under a certain time. Just like DACA, they have been, but DACA is very different. At DACA, the deferred action for childhood arrivals. What happens on DACA is very different. DACA is was not passed through the OMB. It was directly sent to the an executive order. So, but even then, they are having issues with DACA because there are even lawsuits going on that. So, having said that, now a lot of people are panicking, right? And they are calling and asking what will happen next. Well, I can only tell you so much. Unfortunately, I've been saying this for a while, even before Trump, before the elections. I've been saying this, so it's not new. But luckily, we were able to one more year stays, and then we are hoping for those who already got it for maybe 2018, 2020, 2020 probably is the max. So they will be able to keep it. For those who are eligible, we recommend that you file it, because once you have it, we might see a situation where they will not be able to take it away. They might be able to take away the new ones, but the old ones will be a little bit more difficult. That doesn't mean they won't be able to do that. Okay, so we have to look and find out how things are going to unfold. Because for those who already have it, if they try to take it, I'm pretty sure some lawsuits are going to ensue, and from there we will decide what happens next. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's bad news. Every week is bad news, but there are some good news. We're getting some cases are getting approved, but we are seeing a lot of things happening. And now we'll be opening the lines. You can call 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565 if you have any questions on immigration, or whether it's related to H4 EAD, H1B, family petitions, you name it. Please feel free to call call the studio line 408-912-5565, or call our office for a consultation at 510-742-5887. I know it's the holidays coming. A lot of people are off, and I wish you all the best. But you know, there are many things happening, and a lot of people are under real pressure and really stressing out. And we are seeing more and more. I'm getting calls pretty much on a daily basis where people are having notice of intent to deny, notice of intent to revoke for things that happened almost 10, 12 years ago. For example, one thing we are seeing commonly now is they are going back and checking if people made it to the cap really, because some of them, in order for you to make it to the master's cap, for example, you have two things. Your school has to be, first, it has to be an accredited school or a school that is under process of accreditation, and number two, it has to be either a non-profit or a public school. And what is happening, many of the schools were not non-profit, even though they were accredited. And what they're doing now, they're going back and taking away those H1B, stating that the H1B was issued in error. As such, people didn't make it to the cap. And we're talking about sometimes 10 years later, 12 years later. And it's very hard to fight those, unfortunately. One of the ways we are looking at fighting those is saying, okay, if there was no lottery, that means the case should have passed to the other regular cap, and as such should make it. That might be a defense. But at the time when there were lotteries, and that will be something difficult. I think, Franco, we have a caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air. Okay, sorry. Okay. So for those who want to call, feel free. 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. And I know sometimes people call at the same time and all the lines got clogged. So if you want to call again, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call 408-912-5565. And I was talking a little bit about the H1B issues that we are seeing, which is becoming very common. First, we know H4 EAD is in jeopardy. Definitely, we need to be able to deal with that soon. And for those who have the H4 for some time, they will probably be able to keep it. Let me take one caller, Franco, and then we'll move on. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. This First of all, thank you very much for the show, and it is very helpful.
Oh, thank you.
So my question is, I'm asking on behalf of my friend. Actually, when sometime back when his parents were here, so they overstayed for about more than a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now their visa is expired, and he's planning to bring them back. So what would be the scenarios? I mean, will they be issued visas or?
Well, when did this happen? When did they overstay?
Probably 5 years back.
Okay. Well, they probably will not issue the visa because once you pass 365 days of overstay, then what happens is you're barred for 10 years to come back. So one of the ways you might be able to get out of it is to get a waiver, but it's very difficult to get those waivers. So they can try, but they will probably ask for a waiver because if you overstay more than 180 days, less than 365 days, it's a 3-year bar. But once you pass the 365 days, then it's going to be a 10-year bar. They can apply, but they will either ask them to file for a waiver, a 212 waiver, or they will just deny it blankly and don't even give a chance for a waiver. They have to go and try, but the best is to wait the full 10 years and apply. But if they want to come, then that's the only way they can do that. Okay? Yeah, let me take another caller because I have a bunch of callers waiting. So we can talk more if you want. Ask them to give us a call, 510-742-5887, and we can discuss in more detail. Let me take another caller, Franco. Thank you. This is Shapurari. You're live in here.
Yeah, hi, sure. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question regarding the RFEs on the adjustment of status application, right? So my priority date became current in 2018 January timeframe. Actually, next bulletin, my priority date became current. Point is, initially I have applied for my 485 in the year 2014. That time I just got EAD and advanced parole, and later on it was retrogressed. Again, it became current in 2016 May. Even then it was not approved that time. Now finally it became current one more time now. But the point is, this time I haven't received any RFEs, not even for medical RFE. So
when was the last time you got the medical done?
It was in April 2016.
April, so it's within 15 months. So medical is not, you don't have to do it if it is within 15 months. So you should not be panicking. They will probably send you something because they are totally kind of out of control there. So because other thing that they are doing also is that there might be an interview now. The new rule might request for an interview, so they might just ask it there. So what I would recommend, if 15 months has passed on the medical, make sure you have a new medical if they call you for an interview. And number 2, have also a supplement J prepared, supplement J for I-45, and have it ready with you if you go to the interview, or you might get an RFE in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But right now they are so overwhelmed, I don't think they will issue any RFE because you're not the first person who is getting that issue. They call me and they say, well, how come I'm not having an RFE? But the problem is that the entire system is delayed right now. So what they might be doing is, since they're going to call for an interview anyway, they might ask you for all this. But have them ready. Have the I-45 supplement J ready. Have the medical also ready. Not right now. If they call you for an interview, have it ready in your hand when you go for the interview. And if you need help, just give me a call at the office, and we can help you on this. Okay?
So is it fine if I just make the medicals also ready, because it's over 15 months now, because it was in
yeah,
April
but don't do it
2016.
now. Don't do it now, because if you do it now and they don't call you for interview, you'll have to do it again. Because the medical, if you get a good doctor, they will get it done in 2-3 days. So as soon as you get something, then you go for the medical. Okay?
Okay, so your suggestion is to wait for another 2-3 weeks to get the RFU.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
RFE or interview. Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shaparali. You're live in here.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
My
How are you?
question is regarding H1B. Actually,
Correct.
at present, I'm a full-time employee, and which it was laid off, and my last termination date is January 3rd. So my question is do I need to transfer my H1 before January 3rd, or I was hearing there is a grace period. 60 days. Is that okay to I apply within that 60 days? If I apply within that 60 days, do I need to go for stamping? How it goes?
Okay. Beautiful question. You asked the right question. Okay. First of all, your 60 days starts from January 3rd when you get terminated. That means within that time, if you file a transfer, you don't have to go for stamping. But when we say 60 days, it's exactly 60 days. And number two, it has to reach there within that 60 days. Not getting a job, just getting a job, nothing is filed is not going to count. So make sure that the package is reaching there before that 60 days completes. That's number two. And number three, if you pass that 60 days, you can still do what we call new employment, cap exempt, probably if you're cap exempt, but you will have to go for stamping or leave the country, come back to get the I-94. But your 60 days starts from the date you are terminated. And if it is January 3, it's going to start on January 3, okay? January 3rd, okay?
So from January 3rd onwards, 60 days is grace period, right? Within that 60 days, I can apply for transfer. No need to apply before that. If I get an offer, I can transfer, but no need to hurry before January 3rd, right?
Yeah, but you have to hurry because by the time you get a job, LCA is done and everything. Remember, they won't get things done. It takes at least 2-3 weeks for the company to prepare everything. So move fast because 60 days will go very fast, okay?
Correct. Yeah, I know. But
and now if you don't want, and if you have a spouse who has an H1, you want to move an H4, the same rules apply. You can still transfer to H4 within that time. They will send you an offer. You have to explain this is a grace period. Okay. All right.
Okay. So within that grace period, if I apply for transfer, means I no need to go for stamping.
Exactly. Okay. Okay,
yeah, thank you.
Okay, make sure all the other things are good, right? Because sometimes people I have a client who told me, oh, I grace period, and then he got upset when they didn't want to give him that because the problem is in this case that person was on the bench. So make sure you have your check stub until the date of January 3rd, okay? Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shaprari. You're live in here. Hello.
Hi, this is Raghav.
Hi, Raghav. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm on H1B visa, and my H1 is valid, and I-94 is valid till next year. I actually got terminated from company A on December 1st. And then company B, a staffing company, started my H1 transfer process, and I got an end client and I'm working on a project. But due to budget issues, that client is not going to renew my contract. So again, company B is going to terminate me. So in meanwhile, I have found another employer C who is a full-time employer and is willing to start my H1 transfer now. So my question is, on January 1st, when company B terminates me, will I be out of status or I still be under the 60-day grace period?
That's $1 million question. Actually, I don't have an exact answer on this, to be honest, because a lot of people ask me that. Because if you look at the regulations, what was passed, it has to be an approved H1B, then technically you have the 60 days. In your case, what you have right now with company B is not an approved H1B. What you have is what we call a period of stay. And a period of stay should not grant you that 60 days. So to be on the safe side, I will say no, you don't have another 60 days. So what will happen if you want to...
I am still, the company termination was December 1st, right? So I am still within that 60-day period, and company is going to start my H1 transfer.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't calculate. But let's say if you are in that time, that means you're still benefiting from the 60 days of the previous company. Then yes. But you cannot benefit from another 60 days until B is approved. So right now in your case, specific, you're fine.
Okay, so company C, if they do it before January 31st, I should be okay.
Yeah, calculate exactly 60 days. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so even if the company B terminates me, I should be okay. I can legally stay here in US and start my transfer with company C, right?
Exactly, exactly. Well, that's a very good question because right now what you're doing, you're transferring basically from A to C instead of moving from B to C.
Yes.
So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you benefit from that. Sorry, I didn't hear that part where you were in December 1st.
Okay.
So yeah, in
Okay,
your
okay, okay.
specific case, you are still beneficiary from company A grace period. But if you had
Okay.
passed that time, then you would not be beneficiary from B until B was approved and you get terminated from B. Okay? That's the rule.
Okay, okay, got
So
it.
in your
Thank you,
case
thank you very
specific,
much.
you're fine. Okay? Good luck to you. So sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that's why sometimes you have to really catch up in the middle. Small details can make a full, the entire case different. And the rule of the 60 days is kind of tricky because if you get terminated from company A, then company A, you're moving to B within 60 days, you can transfer. You can move to B, C, D, E, F within that 60 days. It's fine. But once you pass that, you have to, if you want to benefit again from a grace period, one of them has to be approved in consecutively. Like, for example, B has to be approved, then you get 60 days, etc., etc. So in the case of the caller, which is a very kind of lucky situation for him, it allows him to be within that 60 days. So we're having a lot of very good questions, and I'm going to since I don't have other callers right now, I don't know. You can still call 408-912-5565, and if you want a private consultation, call our office 510-742-5887. The website is attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. Ladies and gentlemen, things are really, I've been saying things now like a broken record. Things are getting really hectic to the point that even lawyers are confused. We talk to each other and then we are all really kind of seeing things that we should not have seen. It should not have been possible. But now it is possible because they are digging into things in a way which we have not seen in the past. So trying to cut corners on anything is not going to help you. I've said this for a long time, but now more than ever, make sure everything is done properly. It's better to have a denial than to cut corners and try to take a shortcut that comes back and hurt you really bad. And be very careful of that. The details I cannot give because people know where the shortcuts are, and those shortcuts are not good ideas sometimes. So make sure you're not taking those shortcuts. Do things right, properly, clean, and that will protect you in the future. Let me take another caller, Franco, and then I'll talk a little bit about that. This is Shapra, you're live on air.
Hey Shapra, this is Avi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but there's a background noise. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I have a question regarding my wife's case. So she's on H1 for 5 years, and her I-140 is not filed. And current step is like advertisement will start in month of like end of January or February, and H1 is valid till the end of December. So company attorney is suggesting to go for H4 and H4 EAD, but looking at the scenario, I'm worried that okay, H4 EAD might get cancelled in February. Then what happens? So do you think it's a good idea to switch to H4 or?
Well, it's not a good idea in your case. You don't have a choice. That's your only choice because she has only 1 month left on the H1, right?
No, 1 year. So December 2018.
Ah, she has 1 year. Oh, okay. Well, I will recommend going on the H4 EAD. I'll tell you why for 2 reasons. Number 1, right now the H4 EAD is still good to file. And what I'm thinking for those who get it, she will probably get 2 years minimum, which will allow her 2 years of break from the H1. And that will come handy if later on there is an audit or something on the labor. Because what will happen is that if you don't have no time left on that H1 and you try to revive that H1 for her until the I-140 gets approved, it's a risky business. So personally, if I were you, I'll go for H4 EAD, like the lawyer is suggesting. And then if later there's a problem in H4 and H4 EAD, you can always shift back to H1. But what it will do, it will buy some time for the lawyer to finish the labor and also buy another time for her on the H1, which is very important. I think the lawyer's suggestion is very good. Plus, what I'm seeing is that the people who already applied for it are going to get it. So I'm actually encouraging people to file for the H4 EAD now, because people who already got it, it will be hard to take it away from them. And those 2 years will be really important for her until her labor gets approval I-140. So the suggestion from the lawyer is pretty good. If I were you, I'll take it.
Oh, okay. So, but if EAD doesn't get approved, what happens in that case? I need to do change of status again for H4 to H1?
Yeah, then of course then you have two choices. Either you do change your status, or if she has a stamp of H1 on her passport, she just go outside and come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And come back on H1. That's fine. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Okay. So we were talking, of course, about H4 EAD, and this is the big question: should people still apply? I personally have many times mentioned that people who are getting a chance to file for the H4 EAD should file it, because if we get a lot of people having it, it will be harder for them to take it away, and that's one of my approach. But we don't know yet. But it's going to be taken away. But for those who have it, I think they will be allowing them to keep it. So let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Mr. Shatrali, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling.
I have a friend who came here in 2008 on a visitor visa to participate in a tennis tournament. Basically, he got an invitation from the tennis tournament organizers, and I sponsored him for personal expenses. Now his visa is expired, it's going to expire in 2018, and he wants to come 2 years to attend his brother-in-law's wedding. Is it better that his brother-in-law send him the required documentation, or should I go ahead and re-sponsor him?
I can't hear you. I think your phone was cutting off. You had what kind of visa you sponsored for him?
It's a visitor visa, right? So basically, I sent him some sponsorship documents, even though the letter of invitation came from a tennis organizing committee.
Yeah, but I will not know, because it doesn't matter. It has to be something genuine. There is no answer for this, because when it comes to visitor visa, anything works. There's no sponsor for visitor visa, by the way. What you see is an affidavit of support. It's a visitor visa. It depends on your luck, and if they believe you have ties to your country, you will go back. So whoever sends it, it doesn't matter. The main thing is to prove that he has ties to India, and he will go back. That's it. So it doesn't matter who sent the sponsor. People say that a lot of those consultants there in India, they lie to people. They say, oh, if you put the sponsor on this one, it works. It doesn't work this way, really. It depends on your luck and who is basically. It has to be a genuine invitation, number one. And number two, they have to show ties under 214B to their home country. For example, to India in this case. So you need to make sure that you just make sure that he shows ties to his home country. That's it. And the sponsor can come from anybody, because it's not really a sponsor. All it is a support document. Okay?
Right. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Thank you.
Good luck to you. So let me take another caller. This is Shaprali. You're live in here.
Oh, hi, Shah. I had a quick question. Just a cross verification, because for me it looks weird, but there's some WhatsApp messages flowing around that DHS, along with H4 EAD, is also planning to do away with H1B extensions beyond 6 years.
I don't know about this one, but you know what? With those guys, I will not be surprised of anything. Right now, what they're trying to do is cut off. We have to be honest, right? There is one guy, one lawyer, he's been very upfront with it. He say he wants only a certain kind of color of skin in America, and that's what he's trying to do. And we can't deny this. This is happening now. But the truth is, I have not heard about the 6 years. But yes, there will be some major changes coming with H1B. It will not be for this H1B season, but for those who are still already on H1B, there will be some major. For example, many positions will no longer qualify in the H1B, because they're going to say they are not a specialty occupation. And we are seeing that on a daily basis now. Pretty much people who have been on H1B for years, they are getting a denial stating that there is H1B. As for the 6 years, I doubt they will be able to reverse it that easy, because these are set up law under AC 21. and companies are going to fight back, because how are they going to keep the companies running after the 6 years? So I think that 6 years thing is something they, but I don't think they will be able to do it that easily. But yeah, we should be ready for anything. Let's wait and see. But by February, we're going to see some really major things that they're going to trying to pass to change the H1B. Especially right now, they feel emboldened on the tax issue, so they put that on the side and they got rid of Obamacare somehow with the tax. So now they're going to focus on immigration. So everybody should be ready for a big fight coming in 2018. So not a big fight, a lot of big battles. Okay. So I don't know about that WhatsApp things. If you have a chance, email it to me, Shah@Pirali.Law. I would like to see that, but sometimes people on WhatsApp, they write a lot of nonsense too, but to panic people. But the 6 years, there was a proposition, I remember, from the Attorney General, but I think it got cut off because companies kind of cut him off. Because the rule that controls that is AC-21 rule, portability rule. And that rule was passed by Republicans themselves. It was in the year 2000. So they're not going to really shoot them at themselves in the leg, because many of them have businesses and depend on that. So I doubt the 6 years, but they might put some very, very tough limitations. So let's wait and see what happens. But these people will fight. I don't think they will get away easily with this. H4 EAD, they might get away because it was something passed by the OMB. But this one, all legislation that was passed by the Congress. So let's see what happens next. Plus, there's an election coming. Remember, the midterm 2018. Right. So we'll see how things are going to unfold in that. Okay. But don't panic right now. We need to fight. Send it to me. But we just don't panic, because panic is going to make people do. Because I have one client, he's ready to sell everything and go away. Hold on. Don't just run. Let's fight. Okay. So don't panic right now. Okay. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Pirali. You're live in here.
Hi, Mr. Shah. I also had a similar question to an earlier caller regarding the H1 transfer RFP. Wanted to describe your specialty occupation. So my situation is similar to the earlier caller. So I was also terminated like a couple of months back, and I was able to find a new employer who filed my H1 transfer within the grace period. And I have gotten an RFP wanting them to describe my specialty occupation, prove my specialty occupation. So I just had a question regarding the options of someone in the scenario the RFP gets denied. So what would be my options after that?
Yeah, that's the problem when it comes to the options. They are denying things. This is what is happening. Under the Obama time, there was a push to approve cases rather than deny them. Now it's the other way around. So if you get denied, you need to either, what we are doing in most cases, because this is happening not only for you, it's happening all over the U.S. right now. We are seeing a whole bunch of denials that don't really make sense. So what needs to be done, the lawyer has to really write something strong when it comes to specialty occupation, basically hammering the law and the facts together to answer those, or filing. It's useless to file an appeal, really, because appeals, it takes too long. Appeals not really available, what we call motion to reconsider. So the best is to refile it, and this time really tackle the issue of specialty occupation or change the job, because one of the options is you can keep hitting your head against the wall, but the wall will not crumble, and those guys are being the wall right now. So maybe changing the job position might be helpful, one option, and refiling the case. But the only problem refiling the case now, if you're outside the timing, you will have to do what we call counselor processing. So trust me, this RFE situation, not only RFE denial situation, is becoming a flail. Like, people are calling on a daily basis having the same issue, and many of them don't even make sense. But it's not only you that is suffering from that. So one of the things I'm telling people, change the job, get higher level, and things like that, if the company is willing to do that. Otherwise, the lawyer has to really write something strong, which is based on law and facts to prove that this specific job is a job of a specialty occupation. And the next thing that they always mess with people is employee-employee relationship. So those two reads to really kind of requires now a good legal writing. Lawyers that have good legal writing and understand the law and argue against them. But that doesn't mean
But can I stay in the U.S. during the second time filing?
Not really. If the time is out, that's a case by case. It's very hard to tell. Some people, if they fall into, like this gentleman that called earlier, he's within the time of the grace period. Yes,
well,
then he can
I'm definitely outside the time.
Then technically no, because if you refile and you will have to, you will have your unlawful presence starts accruing from that date. Because refiling this time, you will not be filing as a transfer. You will be filing as a new employment cap exam. So cross your fingers. Hopefully this one gets approved. You should not have any problem. Okay.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Thanks.
Good luck
Bye.
to you. And if you need help, this is happening. Give me a call. 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shapira. You're live in air.
Hi, Mr. Shah.
Hi.
I have a question again related to the H1 transfer. So I'm on H1 and my petition is valid till 2020, and I'm planning to move my employer, like just change my job. So I'm looking forward. I mean, what I want to know is what kind of timing and what is the process so that I can, make my timing around that.
Well, the whole thing is, so we the only problem is just we need to know what are the strengths of the company and the timing. What I recommend people to do is when they're doing a transfer, make sure you do it under premium and wait for an approval, then move to the company. Because what happens if you get a denial while you move to the other company and company A cancel your H1B, you're going to have some major issues. So that might be a problem. So the only thing I recommend is first to file it, get it approved, then you move.
And how long does it take to get it approved? About a rough idea.
Well, if you do premium within 2-3 weeks, if it all depends on the lawyer, how fast you can answer if there are fees, etc. But usually 2-3 weeks you should get an approval. But I'm not recommending people to move until they get approval, unless even the company is strong now. We are seeing denials on big companies, and I don't want to mention the names. And they're calling us as second opinion what happened there. But denials are coming right and left for no reason, and fighting them is, in the meantime, company A cancel your H1B, you will be left hanging with nothing. Okay? So be careful when you transfer.
So it's like I accept a job offer, I get the process started, do the premium processing, and once I get the approval of transfer, then I start working with the new company.
Yes.
But if my approval gets approved, then I can't work for the old company also, right? At the same time, or is there like a gap period involved?
I'm sorry.
So is there also like a gap period involved because when
I can't hear you. Your phone just got cut off. Would you cap period?
I'm talking about a gap period. Like say I want to move to a different company. They apply for a transfer, and during the transfer, my H1 with the old company gets invalidated, or can I keep working? How does that work?
Okay, I didn't understand. Okay, as soon as you file the transfer, you're eligible to work under Section AC21, Section 105, right? But all I'm telling you is not to work on that, because if you start working with company B and company B gets denied, and in the meantime company A cancel your H1B, you'll be hanging on nowhere. You will have to refile. All I'm saying is get it done first. Don't benefit from the AC21 rule. Make sure you get an approval in your hand, then you move. Because like that, company A is not going to cancel. So worst case scenario, if B gets denied, you're back to A, and if B gets approved, you go to B. But you need to be careful, so that basically what I'm telling you here, have your back covered basically. So as long as you make sure that you have this covered, you will be okay. Because if you don't, I'm seeing a lot of cases where people just jump. Hey, it's fine, it's a good company and everything. They're jumping, and then what happens? Suddenly they get a denial, and company A doesn't want to take them back. Then they're left hanging. They have nothing, and it becomes a big headache. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And does a transfer? I mean, if you initiate the transfer, does company A get to know about that or?
No, not really. No. Transfers.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shah. Thank
Good
you so
luck
much.
to you. Good luck to you. So I don't know if I have more callers, Franco, but I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about some other things that we are doing. Debt settlement, you can check it, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, number 510-742-5887. What we're doing, we're kind of helping people. A lot of people are with all the things uncertainty. They want to get out of debts, or they just want to go to India, take a break until things get better, and they want to get rid of their debts, and we can help you on that. And just give us a call. We'll explain to you in more details. You can check the blog yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, or call 510-742-5887. We can help you on credit cards, second mortgages, and some other debts. Please give us a call. Now let me take one more caller, Franco, and then I'll see if I think Amit will be there. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Yes, hello sir. My name is Apaji. So
Yes,
how are you
Apaji,
doing
how are you?
today?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah. My parents came here in 2010 time frame, and they overstayed here. Like my father went back quickly, but not my mother. She overstayed like 2 years, 3 months or something like that. So we filed for the extension at that time, and they didn't approve it. And my mother didn't want to go to India at the time. So what are the options do I have right now to get her back to US for like 3-4 months?
So your mom overstayed? Who overstayed?
Yeah, my mother stayed with my sister for it was like 2 years, 3 months over the I-94.
Oh yeah. Well, the only option. How many years this happened?
It happened like 5 years, 4 months back, tentatively.
Okay, so the best is to wait the complete 10 years, then file for her, because the bars for 10 years, you can still file just like I told earlier. I don't know if it was you. 10 year, you can file the visitor visa and then file a 212 waiver. But 212 waivers are difficult to obtain. So the best is to wait for the complete 10 years, since just 5 more years to go, then file it. And right now with what's going on here in the US, it's not easy to get the visitor visa approved. So I'm recommending waiting the other 4 years and then file. Okay? Alright?
Okay, sir. Yeah, thanks.
Good luck to you. Let me take one more caller. This is Shapra. You're live in here.
Oh, hi. Yes, I do have a just general question. How soon you can apply for H4 EAD renewal? How many months?
120 days before, or if there is a change of employment and there's a new I-539, you might be able to apply earlier.
Okay. Another question is, if you have if you apply for an E2 visa from a treaty country.
E2 visa, yes.
Yes. Can you also work somewhere else while you're working on your E2 business?
No, not you, but your spouse, yes. So usually if you have a plan to work somewhere else, then the business should be on the spouse who wants to work in the business, and the other spouse can get the EAD and work from there.
Okay. Another question, if you have an approved I-140, in order to maintain that your priority date, do you still have to continue to work all along, or can you just leave your job and once the dates are current, you can come back?
I didn't understand. Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you
Okay.
speak a little
When let's say if you're on a H1 visa and you're working a long time and you have approved I-140, there is a stage that passed. So after that, you're just waiting in the queue for the priority days to get current. So, do you still need to continue to maintain your job for the same H1? So, okay, you can apply for your permanent residency. or you can just...
No, but they will question you why you left the job. But no, the answer is no, because this is for future employment. They are not related. So you can be leaving. Some people, they will go and wait in India or some other countries, or they will take another job and then come back. But it's not recommended to do that. But no, you don't
Oh.
have to be staying on H1 with the same company because this is for future employment. But it's a case-by-case basis, so be careful because I've seen cases where people do that. They come back and say if that company really wanted you to work with them, they had you on H1B, you didn't work, so that means it's not a bona fide application. So be careful on that, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, I won't be able to take more callers now. I wanted to thank you very much for listening, and we will be having another show tomorrow from noon to 1. And thank you, Franco. And anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Again, the number to our office, 510-742-5887. The website to check, attorneyonair.com. And Amit, are you there?
Hi, Shah, how are you?
Yes. Hi, I'm doing well, Amit. So you have 8 minutes to go, Amit, so I'll let you keep going, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you, Frank.
Sounds good, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello to all the listeners. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste. This is your Bay Area Realtor, Amit Gambhir. Hope you guys are having a great morning and ready for Christmas, and I would like to wish you all very, very, very happy holidays, to your families, from our family. And, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Definitely, that doesn't help out. So, first of all, I would like to, provide you with all the updates and let you know what's happening in the real estate world and, what to expect in the coming future, actually, in the next year. So that we can, glance out and see, what to expect in that. Obviously, there is no crystal ball, but we can predict, and hopefully it can come true for everybody. So first of all, let me give you my details. If you guys do want to call me and have any questions or any concerns and you want to consult with me, you can definitely give me a call. My number is 510-299-9361. My website address is gambhiramit.com. On top of that, I do provide services in other fields besides real estate. If you guys do want to do your taxes, we can definitely help you out. And our charges are very, very comfortable. And I'll make sure that you guys do get a better refund coming in as well. So the number to contact me is 510-299-9361. And charges that we do on the taxes is $75 for the W-2s and $120 for the business as well. And then if you do want to do your accounting and the bookkeeping as well, we can definitely help you out. The fees varies on that one based on how complicated the file is. We can definitely work out and negotiate on that with you on that one. So, and on top of that, anything that you want to do for the notary, I'm a public notary as well. So that way, if you guys want to get any document notarized, you can definitely come to the office, and we can definitely help you out in that as well. On moving forward, the tax bill is going to be passed, I think, hopefully today or tomorrow. And, they have already announced it that it's going to be passed. So, from moving forward, just wait for the effective date when it's going to be effective. Then the thing's going to start coming in place based on that one. And on top of that, we are planning to see some kind of rate hike on the interest rates. It's like going up slightly, slowly but slowly. So if you guys are planning to do your refinance and you're planning to, do a cash out or something like that, I would suggest you can give me a call. I can connect you to my loan department, and they can definitely take care of all your needs and everything as well. Help you out in getting the quote and everything on that as well. So, for that, just call me and we can help you. And plus, we have an excellent investment property on hand. Definitely, some of the people are thinking about, working out the 2 out of 5 rule to 5 out of 8 rule. That is intact with this new bill as well. The 5 out of 8 rule is only going to be applying to the new people who are going to be buying the property moving forward. So the old people who have, the older properties, such as you already own it, it's already existing properties, you are still going to be applying 2 out of 5 rules on that one, which is going to be intact as well. So if you guys have any more questions on that one, how to tackle that situation, definitely give me a call. I am actually still looking over all the details, And any queries, you can call me, and I'll give you my email. You can send it to me. We can answer all the details and everything on that. And the number again is 510-299-9361. Plus, we have an excellent investment property coming up in Merced, which is very close to UC Merced, which is 1 mile away from UC, and it's like closing walking distance in there. It's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and close to 1,600 living area. This one is going to be around 2006 built. The rent coming in is around $1,400 a month, and there is no HOA in this one. It's a brand new, almost a newer house, and the price we are looking for is $269,000 for this particular property. So if you're an investor, this is a very good area to invest right now. Very nice pocket because all the brand new houses are going pretty fast. A lot of investors are investing there, and this one, like I said, is very close to UC Merced. So it's an excellent location, excellent neighborhood as well. So you can call me. Number is 510-299-9361, and I can definitely see if we can get you qualified, and we can definitely help you out on that one. Other than that, we have a couple of more properties available in Tracy. We have a 6-bed, 4-bath house, 3,600 square feet in Tracy for $589,000. We have a 4-bed, 3-bath coming up in another Tracy area, and that one is going to be closer to around $500K property. We have a single-family house in Union City that is going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and that's going to be closer to around $900K range. And then we have one coming up in Hayward, which is going to be closer to Mission, and that's going to be 2000 and up built, and that's 1994 and up built, and that one is going to be closer to around $800K as well. So if you guys are looking for properties to buy, properties to invest, like I said, rates might go up slowly, but this is still the time to lock it in and get it done, so that way you can get the best leverage out of your investment and your money that you're putting into your home as well. So number to call me is 510-299-9361. Website address is gambhiramit.com. And on top of that, we do have a party coming up as well for New Year Eve. You can call me for more details about it after the show. And for that, I'm going to be actually playing a raffle right now. So you can call me, text me the address, so that way we can announce the winner. Later on that one via phone. So number to text me the answer is 510-299-9361. And the question of the raffle is the city that I talked about, the property today. What is the listed price I have talked about in Merced that we have available? So if you know the answer, text me the response on my phone, and we will announce the winner soon on that, and you will win one ticket for the New Year Eve party with us. And number again is 510-299-9361. So again, like I said, too many things happening. There are changes coming up in the tax areas. If you want to have any questions regarding the tax, call me. We can discuss more about it and help you out. Like I said, we do everything with prepare your taxes, help you guys out with your accounting and bookkeeping. Plus, I do notary, we do real estate, our office do loans, and the property management as well. So all of that is going to be taken care of. So have a safe, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Enjoy with your family. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a great day. I'll be back. Thank you.
Tune into the Shah Parali Law Show every Thursday at 10 a.m. and every Friday at 12 p.m. right here on Desi 1170 AM, radio that listens to you.
If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Parali can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shaw Parali is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shaw Parali, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.